Who could imagine running from school to Underwood and back? Well, many people enjoy the idea of running many miles and competing against one another. Today I'll be taking you through the Lincoln Marathon, where we'll be stopping at 3 different points: the history of marathons, the training that has gotten us to the marathon, and the specific diet of a runner. The first marathon originated before the 20th century. The first ever marathon runner was a Greek messenger who ran 25 miles from Marathon to Athens, where he was delivering a message about a Greek victory over the invading Persian army in 490 BC. After giving this announcement, he collapsed and died. The next few Olympics after remembered him by keeping the same length, 25 miles. According to History.com, the next Olympic, 1896, was remembered for the messenger as it was 25 miles. In 1908, the Olympic Marathon London was pushed to 26.2 miles after Queen Alexandria requested that the marathon start in front of Windsor Castle and end in front of the Royal Box at the Olympic Stadium. This being 26.2 miles made it so that the new standard for a marathon was confirmed in 1921 to be set and couldn't be changed again. There's been many marathons all over the country, including even here in Omaha and in Lincoln. There's over 1,100 marathons that take place each year. As we have made our journey through the first leg of the race, our next leg, we look back at the training that has continued us to this point. All runners believe in different ways to train for a marathon. According to runnersworld.com, there's no consensus on the correct way to train for a marathon. For example, Ryan Hall had run the London Marathon in 2 hours and 8 minutes. He had only run 26 miles for his first time 2 weeks prior. Many had commented on an Instagram post that he posted about his training after he ran the marathon that wasn't enough time to learn and recover from the 26 miles before he competed. A lot of runners believe that running 3 to 4 times a week a lot of runners believe that running 5 to 6 times a week is not enough time to recover from that long of a distance. So many run 3 to 4 times a week instead so that their muscles can recover and recuperate faster. Genius coach Joe Visual had come up with the idea to create a tempo run for his training program for his athletes. He had trained Meb, who is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, for a marathon with his tempo training, where one of the practices was that he ran 12 miles in a tempo run, meaning he ran the same time for each mile throughout for 12 miles. This made his athletes faster and even helped Meb become an Olympic gold medalist. All runners believe different ways to train. It just depends on their preference on how they want to train and how far they want to go. Now that we have reached the third and final leg of the race, we now look back at our diet that we have taken throughout to get us to this spot. All runners need to drink up to 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Even the week before a marathon, they need to be drinking more than necessary. So they need to be drinking more than 2 to 3 liters of water a day to increase their hydration and so that their muscles don't give out. According to myclevelandclinic.org, it is important to eat complex carbohydrates like pasta the night before a race so your body builds up the carbohydrates and can store glucose, which helps you through a run. Because while running long distances, you burn off sugar, carbohydrates, and fat, which is important to fuel up before a race so that you don't run out. Another thing to do after a race, or even during a race, because at some races they have stations set up, it is important to eat simple sugars like fruit or bananas that can help boost your sugars and your potassium. It is important that after a race, there is a 2-hour window where you are depleted of carbohydrates protein, and salt that your body needs refueled. So it is important to eat things like pasta and protein shakes after you run. Now that we see the finish line, we can see our family standing on the other side of the line, excited and ready for us to finish. We have reached this accomplishment that most can't or are not able to do. But as we look back through the Lincoln Marathon, we have stopped at 3 different points: the history of marathons, the training of marathons, and the diet of a marathon runner. Thank you.